Okay, let me start this homework for you in case you need a little extra help. It's page 366. I'm going to start with number 1. We're doing this long division with polynomials. So when I see x squared plus 3x minus 4 is being divided by, that's what a fraction bar can be read as, divided by x plus 2, I'm going to rewrite it in long division form. X plus 2 on the outside, of course, I'm dividing with that. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, okay, this x out here has to divide into the first term inside. So first term compared to first term goes x on the top. It's, you know, asking the question, this x times this x, will it give me x squared here? And yes, so that's what I need. I needed the number up here so that when I multiplied these together, I got the same number as this. Okay, so I got that. But now I am multiplying by the entire x plus 2, so I'm going to distribute as if this was in a parentheses. So this x times x plus 2 goes down below here, x squared plus 2x. Alright, so that's that multiplication step. I'm going to put this in a parentheses so that I remember to subtract all the terms inside. And of course x squared minus x squared is going to cancel. Then I have this 3x minus 2x, so that of course gives me 1x. And I'm going to bring this minus 4 down. Now I'm looking at, again, this leading first term x here going into this x term here. And what will I need so that I can multiply them together? This 1 times this x gives me x here, and indeed these match. This and this match. So I put a 1 up there, but then I have to take the 1 times both x plus 2. So this becomes x plus 2 here, so that when I parenthesize, subtract, x minus x is 0, of course, those cancel. I have a negative 4 here, right? Minus the positive 2. It gives me a negative 6. And that's my remainder, okay? Now, how do you write this answer? Well, you could just simply put the answer is x plus 1, remainder negative 6. But I would prefer, if you wrote the answer, is x plus 1 plus the negative 6 over this divisor over here, x plus 2. And that would be a good answer. Okay, here's number 9. And the first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to notice that I have a missing x squared term. And it's much better for me to help me, oops, not s squared, that should be s squared. Missing s squared. S is our variable. So I need to rewrite this. S plus 4 is being divided into 2s cubed minus 0s squared. This helps me keep my columns straight. Minus 29s plus 13. Okay, now I want to get started. I'll look at this s going into this 2s cubed. And I need a 2 here. I need an s squared. So when I multiply that by the entire divisor, s plus 4, I'm getting 2s cubed plus 8s squared, and now you see how my columns are lining up much better for s squared. Alright, so I put a parentheses around this, and I'm going to subtract it. The parentheses are important. It makes these cancel, and now I have 0 minus, and this could have been a plus or a minus 0. It doesn't matter when it's 0. But I have 0 minus 8s squared, so it's a negative 8s squared. When I subtract that, I'm going to bring down the minus 29s. And now I'm going to look back to this s plus 4 and compare that to the negative 8s squared and decide I need a minus 8s at the top, so that when I multiply this times all of this, I'll get a match here. Minus 8s squared matches this above. And then it's going to be minus 32s. So there's my subtraction bar, there's my parentheses, there's my subtraction symbol. Makes these cancel. Negative 29 plus 32 is a plus 3s. Bring down plus 13. Now when I look at this s going into that 3s, I go up to the top, I need a plus 3. I'll multiply that plus 3 times all of the s plus 4 and get 3s plus 12. So now when I subtract that, these of course cancel. I have 13 minus 12 is 1. So there's my remainder. So I have to say plus 1 over this divisor s plus 4. So this right here, if you can make it out, is the answer. Okay? Okay, I want to go ahead and do a synthetic division problem. It's on page 370. I'll just go ahead and do the first one. And notice it's available, it's eligible for using synthetic division because I do have this being divided by an x minus k form. Okay? So synthetic is a good way to go here. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out the coefficients. 3 minus 5, 1, negative 2. Those are the coefficients of the numerator. I'll start my upside down division bar. And I need to put the value of k out front here, which is 2. What am I subtracting from x? I'm subtracting a 2, so the 2 goes in front. Bring down the 3, multiply 3 times 2 and get a 6. Add this column and get a 1. Multiply 1 times 2 and get a 2. Add the columns, get a 3. Multiply 3 times 2 and get a 6. I'm going to box this off because the last column is always the remainder. When I add that, I get a 4. So my remainder is 4. Now the thing about synthetic is I just have numbers, which I need to put my x's back in for the answer. 3x squared plus x plus 3 plus the remainder 4 over x minus 2. And there's my answer. So good luck with the rest of the problems.